Mrs. Havisham. How are you?
Okay.
I'm sorry I got called away.
Oh, it's okay.
Where did Jamie go?
Oh, Sean took him to the play area.
Oh, okay. So I just want to review what I learned about Jamie. So he fell, he bumped his head, you saw his fall.
Yeah.
He had no loss of consciousness, and he had no seizures, right?
Right.
Okay. So I just finished examining Jamie. He actually looks great.
Oh, good.
I'm actually really happy to see how he looks. The only thing he has on his physical exam, which you probably saw, is a little bit of a bump on his forehead, but that's totally okay and expected with a fall.
Okay.
So in these situations, Jamie has what we call a closed head injury, meaning that he didn't have any open cuts or things like that, and we actually just observe him. We encourage you are allowed to take him home today, and you're actually just going to encourage you to just watch him for the next 24 hours.
Oh, well, I mean, shouldn't we do like a CT scan or something to make sure there's nothing that we can't see going on?
So I definitely see that you're concerned. So tell me what your concern is and why you want the CT scan.
Well, I mean, I feel like I've read that maybe if kids bump their heads, they could have seizures, they could have developmental delays. I just want to make sure that, you know, everything's okay.
Right.
That you're safe and sorry.
I definitely understand, and I appreciate your concern, and thank you for telling me that. You know, we have a lot of evidence. There's a lot of guidelines out there of kids that have had head trauma. It's not uncommon for kids to fall and bump their heads. So we have a lot of evidence out there that actually shows that actually doing a CT scan is unnecessary in a minor closed head injury like the one that Jamie had.
I mean, my insurance will cover it if it's a cost issue.
Definitely, and I'm sure your insurance would cover it, and it's actually not a cost issue. It's more a safety issue. So there's a lot of unnecessary radiation with CT scans. If you can imagine, you know, there's radiation with the chest x-ray, there's a lot more radiation with the CT scan. And so because Jamie is so young and his brain tissue is really sensitive to what we call this ionizing radiation, I would not recommend it because his lifetime risk of getting cancer is higher if we do the CT scan, if it's unnecessary to do.
I see.
Okay?
Okay, so, I mean, should I just be really careful? Should I, like, not let him go to sleep or look at his pupils? I feel like...
You've heard all those things, right? You've read those things, right? No, and those are important things. I definitely want, like I said, I want you to observe him, and I appreciate the fact that you want to be very vigilant about taking care of him. So I wanted you to observe for a couple of things when you get home. Look and out and make sure that he doesn't have any vomiting when he starts eating and drinking. You want to make sure that his walking seems steady, that he doesn't seem really off balance. And if he starts complaining of a headache, then that would be another reason, like a really bad headache, that would be a reason to either call your doctor or bring him right back to the emergency room.
Okay. But I don't need to wake him up in the middle of the night and check?
You know, all I would recommend you do is every couple of hours, 2 to 3 hours, to go in the room and make sure he's still moving appropriately. You can touch his shoulder or so and make sure that he moves, but you don't actually have to wake him up aggressively or anything like that.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, great.
I have a handout here, and I actually think
great.
it'll explain a lot of things about closed head injury and about what to do and what to look for. And this way you can share this with your husband, Sean.
Great, great. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so if there's any issues or problems, remember just to bring them back to the ER or to call your doctor.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thanks so much. Nice to meet you.